Magny a question today. He's to sit there and reflect on the that he said, because what he said was ridiculous.
Why do you feel so strongly about it?
Did you watch the clip?
Yes.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
So you heard word for word what came out of that man's mouth?
Yes, I believe he said he was going to...
We are tackling a very, very big fucking issue here, mate. And he should sit there and fucking sit down, shut up, and just reflect on what he said.
I will have to go to Neil. Neil, I'm curious what you think when you hear
No. Neil's not answering a question. He's going to sit there and he's going to be quiet. Nobody, there is no right to ever put your hand on a kid, ever.
Garry has threatened a lawsuit on UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland. By now, MMA fans are well aware that Strickland has no filter, and his recent comments on Garry's wife are no exception. Recently, fans have taken aim at Garry's wife for writing a book titled How to Be a Wag. It has led some to believe Garry's wife only married him due to his status as an athlete. However, here are 3 reasons why Garry can also be sued. Number 1. Character assassination of Niel Magny. During his pre-fight media day news conference, Magny told reporters that he plans on issuing a father-like ass-whooping to Garry. The comment struck Garry as if Magny made an admission to putting his hands on his children. I think Neil was given a mic yesterday, and he should sit up here on this stage and say nothing, Garry said when asked about Magny's comments. He put his foot in the dirt. If he speaks today, he's digging a hole. Nobody is allowed to ask Niel Magny a question today. He's to sit there and reflect on the shit that he said, because what he said was ridiculous. We are tackling a very, very big issue here, mate. He should sit there and sit down, shut up, and reflect on what he said. You want to play victim so bad, bro, Magny said. You know exactly what that statement meant. Et moi ça. You know for a fact, I've never put a hand on my child. The heated verbal exchanges continued as the fighters argued back and forth about how the actual fight will play out inside the octagon. In another video, Garry accepted that he deliberately used these words against Magny.
Magny gave me gold. It's like someone handing you a gold bang on here, yeah, don't drop it. It's like, obviously not, I'm going to use this. You can't sit there and say something so fucking stupid on air, on live TV, and not get
video. Garry accepted that he deliberately used these words against Magny. This is a 100% winnable case of character assassination. For context, character assassination refers to the deliberate and unjustified attempt to damage the reputation or credibility of an individual by making false or misleading statements about their character, integrity, or personal attributes. This type of attack is often driven by malicious intent and is intended to harm the person's public image, relationships, or standing in the community. Judging by Garry's acceptance to deliberate use Magny's word to his own advantage, despite knowing that's not what he meant. Defamation and malicious damage of Leon Edwards. Garry was recently kicked out of Leon Edwards' gym. Leon and his head coach had an issue with me training on the mats, and recently have asked me not to train there, Garry explained. Because Leon doesn't want any insecurities or doubts on his own mats, within the gym, which I don't fully understand. It's very irritating, because I'm a young fighter who wants to be the best in the world, who wants to train with the best in the world, and Renegade is the best gym in the UK. Team Renegade, where UFC welterweight champion Leon Edwards trains, revealed in a statement that Ian Machado Garry was refused entrance to the gym because he did not add to the team's culture. The gym's statement comes after Machado Garry told The Independent last week that he was not allowed back at Team Renegade, where he recently trained with Edwards due to doubts and insecurities in the welterweight champion and his coach. Team Renegade said, "Sometimes the coaches allow fighters to come in from the outside, but this is very much a privilege and not the norm. If the coaches feel it's not adding to the team's culture, a fighter is refused entrance. Garry's more nomadic approach to preparation has given him great results, but it's not in line with what we are creating at Team Renegade. This has nothing to do with one specific fighter or a specific coach." Again, for context, defamation refers to the act of making false statements about someone that harm the reputation of that person. Garry could be sued for this, and he will lose this case, 100%. To make this even interesting, we can add another count of malicious damage. Malicious damage refers to the intentional and wrongful destruction or damage to another person's personality. It involves the deliberate act of causing harm to someone else's personality with malicious intent, meaning the person responsible intended to cause harm or knew that their actions would likely result in damage. Number 3. Wagjury. In a shocking plot twist, Garry could be a victim of wiggery. This video is getting too long. I will make a video about this. Drop a comment down below, like and subscribe to this channel, and say no to waggery.